Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fikri bin Yusuf. My friend is Hamizan bin Haris Fawila and Hamzah Fansuri bin Muhammad Din. Today we're gonna present our project. Our project title is Scrum Mission. Our supervisor is Puan Nohayati binti Muhammad. Okay, I will start this presentation with introduction. What is Scrum Mission? Scrum Mission is a padded weight device again with a pack of rugby players. They can practice scrumming and rucking. The purpose of Scrum Mission is to provide team with a safe tool with which to improve the strength and skill of the player. Next, I will go to the synopsis. This project mainly for the secondary school rugby player to train their strength. The Scrum Mission allow the coach to observe the force extent for the player. With the data, the player can know the actual strength during scrumming. With this player can train to increase their strength. This project is the best solution to increase the student's strength by knowing their true power when scrumming. Next, I will go to problem statement. Problem number 1 is hard to move around because most of the Scrum machine is heavy. Because of that, many Scrum machine cannot easily move around because it's so heavy. Most of them can be used at the indoor facility. But our prototype of Scrum machine is different because our Scrum machine is so small and the steel is lightweight. Next, problem number 2 is we can see our progress. It's because most of the Scrum machine out there don't have a force reading features. Force reading features is we can reading our force when we push the Scrum machine. But our Scrum machine has a force reading which is a good method. Problem number 3 is consume a lot of space in store. It's because some of the Scrum machine out there is so big, but our Scrum machine is different because our body frame can be separate into 2 parts. There are 2 parts of body frame, which is upper part and lower part. We can separate with we untie the screw so that it's more easier to store. Next, we will go to project scope. Firstly, we will be only focused on the secondary school rugby team. It's because our framework not too strong enough to hold the big force. Next, the force applied must not higher than 981 Newton. If the force higher than that, it can be broke. Lastly, the Scrum machine is only for one player operated. It because the project is focused on the individual strength. It also easier to record the player ability. That's all for me. The next slide will be continued by Hamizan.
thank you Muhammad Fikri for giving me this opportunity to continue our presentation. My name is Hamizan and I will continue with the literature review. So for the size of our Scrum machine is quite small because we want to make it easy to move it around. And for the height of the machine, it is short because the correct stance for a player to form a scrum, they have to go low. So with the short machine, they have to go low in order to use it. So we make it short because we want the user to use the correct stance to perform a scrum. As for the maximum force that can be taken by this machine is 1962 Newton, or we can call it as 200 kilogram. This machine is detachable, so when we don't want to use it, we just detach it and store it in a small space. We can also use it as a training instrument when we don't want to use the force reader. So how can we use it? We just on the Scrum machine there is space where the user can stand on top of the Scrum machine, and the other user will push the machine, so they use only human weight. So that's all from me. Hamzah will continue this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamizan, for allowing me to continue our presentation. My name is Hamzah and I will continue our presentation today. Okay, we go to design. Each member of our groups makes their own plan to discuss with supervisors. We have made the selection of one best project design. The selected design need to be adjusted to achieve the best design according to the objective and scope. The next is methodology of our projects. Firstly, we start with design implementation. After that, we do the material selection, which is L-shaped iron, and we go to manufacture body frame with spec installation and development of sensor, and we test our project. After we test our project, if it unsuccessful, we need to troubleshoot the problems, and if it successful, we go back to design implementation and the project is end. The next part is cost our project. I will state the total cost of our project in detail. The frame we use is L-shaped iron. We use about 20 feet, which is RM40 ringgit. We buy it at hardware store. And not forget, the L-shaped iron have the thickness 1 inch. We have used 4 load sensor, which is RM5 and 20 cents per each, and the total 4 load sensor is RM20 and 80 cents. Next is HX711AD amplifier module. This is closely related with load sensor. It is about RM5 and 75 cents. Generator LCD is about RM10. Based on the I have stated, there are main items for our project, and we go to the ordinary items such as battery AAA, mounting tape, screw and nut, electric or electronic wire, and others. After we finish this project, the total cost of our project is about RM116 and 55 cents. Next is the result of our projects. The result is run smoothly. Okay, the way to use it very easy. After installing the frame, we must identify first the location we are. If we are in the field, we should pull iron as a barrier so that Scrum rugby machine does not move to determine the force. If it is a near from building, if it is near a building, we just put it on the wall so that it does not move and can determine the force applied. After that, the players can do the test. The last part is conclusion. As the conclusion, the group found that the design is capable for use by rugby players to determine their force applied to the Scrum rugby machine easily. Based on the design of prototype, it is easy to bring and easy to use. This product also can read the left and right shoulder pressure of the player when the player hit with one shoulder only. And the question about the level of ability single players are finally answered. And last, we also hope this project can catalyzing the industry revolution 4.0. That's all from me. Thank you.